Ooh. They sound nice.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
They're the new big goblet glasses.
From Sainsbury's in the sale.
I know, so nice. Jamie's made us cocktails.
Yeah, so we don't have anything to pour over the camera, over the fucking hell, over the microphone today. But you don't actually know what's in this cocktail.
Do you know what? Stupidly, I have not asked. Which
should always ask what's in your drink, darling.
Yeah, you probably should. I trust you.
Aww.
There's no drain cleaner in there.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Jeez. Okay, you want to know?
Yeah, go on then. Right, no, let me guess.
Go on then, quick one.
Okay, orange juice?
Yes, obviously.
Vodka?
No, there's no vodka in there.
Peach schnapps?
Yes. That nose is good.
There's another fruit juice in here. Or another flavour, like fruit of something.
There's a couple.
Is it orange gin?
Yes, it is. It's blood orange gin.
But there's no vodka.
No vodka.
So it's gin and schnapps that I can smell.
Yes.
With orange juice.
Yes.
There's no Malibu in it, is there?
No.
Because I can't taste coconut, and that's my favourite.
Not Malibu. We don't have any Malibu.
We've got no Malibu. What a fucking sorry state of affairs. I don't know what else it is. Go on.
There's Pessoa in there.
Oh, Pessoa! That's where the other fruit flavour's coming from.
There's something else. I used, that cocktail.
My little kit.
Yeah, the syrups.
Yeah, which one did you pick?
I put strawberry in there. Yeah, I thought it just smelled amazing. And I noticed how thick they were.
They're
like
fucking
nice.
Like you can put coconut syrup in it and it tastes like Malibu.
Yeah, I didn't use that though. I just used... So there is 4 shots of blood orange gin.
Yep.
2 shots of peach schnapps.
Yep.
2 shots of Pessoa.
For anyone who doesn't know what Pessoa is, you need to go out and you need to get yourself a bottle of it. It's passion fruit liqueur.
Yeah.
Or summit. Right? Me and my younger sister, Taz, we've been drinking it since way back. And every time I find a bottle, it's like, sometimes it's easy to find. You go to other supermarkets and they've never even heard of it. I think
Remember when I won one on that raffle?
Yeah, Pessoa. And I was like, no way!
Yeah.
I fucking love Pessoa. It's gorgeous. And you just put it in anything. It's fucking lovely. Really strong passion fruit flavour. Like high alcohol volume. And you just like add it to drinks.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
I think it was like 17, 15, 16, 17%, something like that.
I thought Pessoa was more than that.
Mm-mm.
Anywho, the drink is lovely, and Jamie brought it in with my favourite sweets on a cocktail stick on the top of the glass, which is candy kittens. They're fucking amazing. Oh, candy kittens are just the best, honestly.
So I got you 1 strawberry candy kitten, 1 mango candy kitten, and then that little cute
the
heart
little vegan
shape,
heart
shape.
Oh,
yeah.
They're so nice.
Yeah.
They're not. They're from Sainsbury's, aren't they?
No, they're not. Are they?
Yeah, I got them in that bottle from Sainsbury's. No. Got them from the new Sainsbury's.
Weren't they?
Okay, so we're going to catch up on the Wandering Womb podcast because we have neglected it for like over a month and a half.
But we
haven't
been alone for most of it.
No, we haven't, have we?
This is obeying lockdown rules though, guys, don't worry. So we can't like do a fucking Wandering Womb podcast with like the kids or your brother or whatever, can we?
My brother would love to do a podcast.
He'd just tell me about fishing.
Yeah, it would. We could do a whole like, it's the fishing special. with my brother, who's going to talk to you about fishing gear and fishing bait and fishing and tents and fishing and the weather and fishing.
I like it. Anyway, so if we do a quick catch up, so we moved into a house.
Woo! We moved house. We bought a house. Finally, fucking hell. For those of you that are listening to this thinking, what are they on about? You need to go back a few episodes and find the one about us viewing houses.
I think it's episode 13.
Is it?
Season series 1, episode 13.
Yeah, you need to listen to all the drama around us, like our landlord breaking in and then viewing houses and all that shit. And then, yeah, we got in our house and we completed on the 19th of December and we moved in on the morning of the 20th.
Yeah.
And it was chaos. Fucking chaos.
It was worth it. That house was going to kill us. Like, the electrics were failing. There was leaks. The dishwasher was like normal. Making electric noises whilst it was on, and then the landlord didn't believe us.
Yeah, no, it's not normal to have to put duct tape over your fucking electric sockets in the house and then be like to the kids, don't use that one.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Mum's put the duct tape over it, you're not allowed to use that one.
That radiator that malfunctioned and burnt your skin off.
Yeah, it gave me like a full burn that I had to take photos of was it healed and shit. I found those photos the other day. It's a fucking bad burn.
I've got the photos on my WhatsApp because I saved it in case we needed it.
Yeah, so we moved house and then there was, like, we literally moved in. We had a ton of deliveries. We had to build a fuck ton of furniture. I was doing all of this on a broken foot, but didn't know. Because before we moved house, I just slipped down a curb. That's all it was. Got out the car. Me and Jamie were going to the post office. Slipped
delivering
down.
Feminist stationery.
We were,
things.
yeah. And we were just on like this sort of, you know, when leaves get wet and they go slimy. I just slipped down a little curb and my ankle like rolled out, and it did hurt at the time. But that was it really, and then it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And after like a week and a half, I started thinking, I wonder if it's broken. But by that point, we'd moved house, we'd fucking emptied the entire house, we'd built furniture, we'd deconstructed furniture, we'd fucking cleared the garden. I'd been up and down ladders. We painted this fucking room.
Yeah, we took the carpet
We ripped the carpets up and took them all out. Anyway, all on a broken foot, which I am now not enjoying.
Yeah,
the
no, you're paying for that now, aren't you?
Yeah, in a big way.
But so am I.
And so is Jamie. He's got to fucking do everything whilst we try and make me not walk around.
Yeah.
Because I can weight bear on it, can't I? But I'm not like I shouldn't be.
And you limp when you do.
Yeah, no, I limp now because I've probably made it 10 times worse. But like, what I'm saying is, it's not that I can't walk, is it? It's that I shouldn't be walking at all. Otherwise, it's not going to fucking heal. Then we had Christmas. Yeah, obviously, and we had the kids the whole time, and we had a really nice like big Christmas, and it was chaos though, wasn't it? And we were fucking knackered.
I can't remember opening my presents on
No,
Christmas
I don't
morning.
remember Christmas morning.
I was up until 4, wasn't I? Just trying to make it nice, and because you were fucked, you were literally wrapping presents, and you fell asleep twice sitting up, completely upright. You were. And you fell asleep twice.
I don't remember any of this.
That's why I was like, no, honestly, go to bed. And I made you go to bed.
Oh my God, I don't know. Yeah, see, me and Jamie have had this conversation a few times in the last like week or two that there's like chunks of it missing.
We just
where we're like, oh, I don't
sleep.
remember that. Yeah, we
had like 4 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep most
because we had to move an entire house in on the 20th of December, and then obviously, like the house wasn't decorated. We had no tree. Oh my God, it was so stressful. Anyway. And then we had New Year, and we had all that to like deal with, and then, we finally did. We spend our first day like properly on our own in this house on the 4th of January or 3rd of January.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we were so tired, and we just like lay in bed and was like, oh my God, finally, like we could rest.
Yeah.
And then obviously we had to gear back up and get ready to fucking work. So. But now, like, we want to do our, like, podcasts again and try and get settled. The house is amazing and we love it.
Yeah.
To just love it to pieces. It's amazing.
It just feels like home.
It's done nothing but snow since the 26th?
Yeah, 26th.
Yeah, we've just had snow and snow and snow and snow, and it's given out like something stupid like 15 hours of snow, which starts in a couple of hours.
I was going to say, when's that meant to start?
It's supposed to hit us at 1 a.m.
Oh, mine's saying that there's 30% chance of snow at 10.
Right, why?
Oh, did you see that just changed then?
Yeah, so yours needs to update, man.
Yeah, that just changed.
Okay. So we are going to be talking about, this is something we've been wanting to do for ages, been on our list. We're going to talk about women's bodies and nudity. Whilst we have a drink. This is going down way too easy, by the way. Considering how much alcohol you've put in this, it's so tasty.
My pleasure.
I can't even taste the alcohol.
Good. Because it'll fuck you up.
And then I won't be able to feel my foot.
Shit.
I can feel my foot when I'm with you.
Fucking hell. All right, The Weekday. Here's The Weeknd who sings that, right? It's probably not, is it? Is it?
No, it is.
Oh, it is.
I was just laughing that that could be a shit tribute band called The Weekday. Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, yeah, no, if I drink enough, then hopefully when I try to go up the stairs to bed, it won't hurt as much. Okay, yeah, so I think we've had our fair share of just like conversations about women's bodies, nudity, 100%, sexualization of women, sexualization of women's bodies. We do talk about it a lot, and we end up having all sorts of conversations about it just in our lives anyway. So we wanted to start off, I guess, if you wanted to start, talking about, I think the first thing that we wanted to discuss together is like how women's bodies are conceptualized and perceived through different cultures and history, right?
Yeah, for sure. So where to start? So the things that like we noted down, things that I noted down is you've got the way, even just in the last, say, 100 years in the UK, how different figures are seen as like what's sexy, what's not, what's attractive,
what's desirable,
what's not. Yeah. So like Victorian times, women basically the bigger the better, because it was a status thing, because it showed that you had enough money to like eat as much as you wanted to eat.
Which time was it? Sorry, I'm going to proper expose myself now as a complete fucking moron when it comes to history and geography. Because I just am. Well, I am, aren't I?
Yeah, well, okay.
I've only got a PhD in one topic. Which is the time when they made themselves pale as a status? It was like Elizabethan?
I think so. It was the time.
And
it was the time when smallpox was around.
Because is this right that I read that it was a status thing to be as pale as possible because working class people were outside all the time and they had tanned skin. So if you were pale, you were indoors and you had enough money for a house and shit. Is that right or not?
I'm not entirely sure if that's the case for here, but certainly in other countries, like even like Australia and stuff, it's definitely the case there.
What, where pale skin was privilege?
Yeah, because it was.
But is that also
people.
racism though? Was that because of like Aboriginal cultures and communities where it was like pale skin equals privilege?
Could be.
You know.
Yeah, probably. But from what I heard from what I studied, obviously, like it was a while ago, but it meant that even just between white people, if you had a tan, it meant that you were obviously working outside doing hard labour.
That's what I thought, but I'm not sure now. And then
that's why so many people in Australia are like pale skin.
Really?
Well, that's what I've been told by like one Australian person actually. So
who is the spokesperson for the whole
Australia?
Oh fucking hell! Okay.
Yeah, I'm really sorry if I've just like upset an entire country.
I know we're going to get a load of angry tweets now, but for fuck's sake, stop listening to one fucking person.
Oh. Yeah, so...
do
you know what? I've just remembered something worse. He wasn't even Australian. He'd just been to Australia, and he told me he was an old drama teacher.
Oh, this is getting worse. Fucking hell.
He said that
did he come back with a hat that had ropes all round the hat? And it had corks on the end.
What, and said, "Good day, mate"?
Yeah, and came back and started going shrimp on the barbie and stuff like that.
No, he didn't actually.
Are you sure he didn't?
Honestly.
Did he call you a dingo?
He didn't, thankfully. Because if he did, then I wouldn't have believed him. I don't know where I got it in my head that he was Australian.
Was it because he called you a wombat?
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, this is not on topic.
Yeah.
I was thinking about where it used to be offensive for women to show their ankles.
Yes, yeah.
So, like, if you have a think about what all the offensive parts of a woman's body has been, Like collarbone, wrists, ankles, feet, faces, hair.
Yeah.
Fucking back, stomach, legs, thighs, knees, shins.
Yeah.
Fucking, I can't think of a part of a woman's body that's not been seen as offensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no.
Elbows?
No, probably. It was probably included, wasn't it? So, yeah. But then also, like... So we've gone from, like, just in that, from women's bodies and also women's showing their bodies.
Yeah, because women's bodies have always been framed as the ultimate taboo.
Yeah, for sure. And, like, they shouldn't be, but unfortunately, they are. Like, men can just walk around topless, and they've been able to do that, like, years.
It grates on me, that does. So, like, I know this is going to come across as mean or whatever, but I don't care. Is that, like, you can have some guy walk down the street to his local shop, buy some bread, right? And he could be 60 with no top on, with a beer belly, with a pair of shorts in the summer. Yeah, sound as a fucking pound, mate. Just walking down, doesn't care. No one's going to say nothing to him. They're going to let him in the fucking shop. Like, no one's going to say anything. He's going to get his bread. He's going to fuck off home. No one's going to stop him. No one's going to make comments about him. No one's going to tell him to get in shape. No one's going to tell him put his fucking body away.
No one's going to say, "Hey, look at your melons."
Yeah, no one's going to...
And then start tweaking his nipples.
Yeah, no one's going to fucking hang out of a car and yell at him or whatever. And...
Or, like, they might do, but it would be in a completely different way. It would be to, like... But, like... Embarrass.
But on the flip side of that, a woman to even... Well, first of all, there are no circumstances where a woman would be allowed to do that.
No.
In that way, at all.
She'd be sectioned.
She'd be arrested for, like, public indecency or whatever.
I'm sectioned.
Possibly.
You just
depending on what she said, yeah.
If she was like, no, I just like, I can't be arsed wearing fucking clothes. I don't like wearing clothes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I think you're probably right, actually.
They piss me off. It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot and I shouldn't have to wear them because I don't want to. But, like, what about all the judgments? So, like, even if a woman, I don't know, let's say a woman went out just wearing a crop top or a bra. If she wasn't toned, young, slim, whatever, she would still be subject to a lot of criticism and glares and comments and all sorts of things. And even if she was, it'd be like, why is she flaunting herself, or why is she out wearing?
Or like, she's such a slag, or like. But even if she had like what's considered like a perfect body, people would still find fault with it. Mm-hmm. They'd still be like, oh, like she's ugly though, or like there's just always something in there, like that meme of that guy who's watching...
Oh, the fat old guy watching... Is it a beauty pageant?
Yeah, and he's like, oh, she's got a weird nose.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
Yeah, for sure. The standards that women's bodies and women are held to are diabolical. Mm. It's like you'll never, ever, ever achieve it. Mm. It's like it's impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay, that brings us on quite nicely into women's bodies as sexual objects.
See, I think we've got to the point where even women who proclaim to be feminist still objectify and sexualise women's bodies so much that even they have an issue with female nudity and female bodies.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, some of the comments I see of even like really nice pieces of artwork that are non-sexual, where a woman has no clothes on, or it's taken for like whatever, or has limited clothes on, there is this assumption that it was done for men and that it's sexual. Like, women's nudity equals sex. And that's it now. We're fucked, aren't we? Because if we keep framing it like that, women's bodies are never going to be normalised ever.
It's like that Medusa statue, and this is going to be like quite controversial, but this is my opinion on it. And if you're like sort of into art and into art history or history at all, the ancient Greeks portrayed their like strongest gods as naked, because being naked...
Was that male and female gods?
Mainly male.
Yeah.
Mainly male, right? And they like, so the sculptures of them are naked. They're always really youthful. So like, because they want it to be seen as like eternal.
Yeah, like they don't age.
Yeah, except for men having beards. So, but that's a different thing. So a man having a beard was seen as like strong.
Yeah.
And obviously the Medusa statue is a naked woman. She's like, yeah, she's slim, but she's toned as fuck. She doesn't have any pubes, but that's explained. If you look into the history of it, and if you understand the history of it, it was because their gods were like, they wanted to portray them in a way that was like eternal. The background of that was that she was raped, wasn't she? By, I forget the myth, but and the statue was like a commemorative piece, and like
it was around justice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, because they and people were saying, oh, why is she naked for the male gaze? She's like meant to be like a rape survivor. What, so rape survivors aren't allowed to be naked? And like all nudity means that you're not powerful, and that you're...
See, like the argument within that is that some would say that in a patriarchy, women's nudity is always sexual.
Yeah, and also you could argue that women's nudity makes you, what's the word, like vulnerable.
Yeah, or that it's positioning women as vulnerable because you're naked.
But that wasn't the point of that piece of art. The artist was turning it around and flipping it around.
But also, it's correct for the type of art and the time period.
Yeah, that they've brought into modern day, and it's art at the end of the day, for fuck's sake. And the way she's standing, it's such a powerful pose. She's got the fucking head. She's got the head of a fucking rapist.
Yeah.
In her hand, like his hair. Like, if people want to sexualise that, then like...
I think the issue sits with them.
Yeah.
Like, so for example...
And if the artist is saying it's not sexualised, it's the artist's creation, and yes, you can say that they've not made that decision in a vacuum, but they do have some capacity.
Yeah.
And they have studied it, and that's an artistic preference that they've gone with.
Otherwise, you end up going around in circles where you could essentially argue that the female artist doesn't have capacity for her own artistic influences or her own decision making,
which could then you
go
and
round
you could
and
be
round
like,
and round.
oh well, that also means that we ourselves also don't have capacity, because we also live in a patriarchy, and we are like subjected to the views that all nudity is like bad, wrong, or sexualized or vulnerable.
I just think we've got to a point where I am seeing public discussions and arguments among women where they are saying, don't objectify women's bodies, don't sexualise women's bodies. But then they're seeing an image of, I don't know, a woman in a vest top, or a woman, I don't know, with a bra top on or a crop top on, and being like, oh my God, this is so sexualised.
Yeah.
It's not though, is it? Because it's just a woman in a crop top. So, and then the woman is, for example, being like, no, it's not. And then, like...
They're being like, you don't even know.
Yeah, you don't understand. Like, it's sexualising you. And then that woman is being like, no, it's not. Like, so there, you've crossed a boundary there, because, like, at what point are you going to stop? So, like, it starts to become more of a conservative argument, because then I've seen women comment things like, well, if you don't want comments like this, maybe you should cover up. Like, what?
Yeah,
I thought we
you
were
should be more
against
modest.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, but then also it's like, it's a case of like, so I wear crop tops, because honestly, I'm not sure if it's lockdown, but it's something that's been in me from like my whole life. I fucking hate wearing clothes. I hate them. They're restrictive. I hate the way they feel on my skin. I want to be naked all the fucking time, pretty much, right? But I can't be. So the next best thing is if I get to wear like a crop top and some knickers, or a crop top and some like loose shorts.
Yeah.
Right?
Like sportswear or like soft slouchy.
Yeah, but because like I'm femme, but then even when like I don't know, I don't think there's ever any way that I'm not gonna look femme unless I cut all my hair off. But then I think still I just have like a more, I don't know. I'm always seen as like sexualizing myself, whereas if I was a butch woman and I wore
a sports top and some
sports
shorts
top and some baggy shorts, like I just said, like I wear all the time, it would just be it's a woman. It's a woman.
What lesbians wear,
and it'd be like, oh, it's a woman who's just not
conforming.
Yeah, conforming to gender stereotypes, because
some bullshit. I totally agree.
But I think that's because people sexualize me. Like, people sexualise long hair, people sexualise curvy bodies, people sexualise toned bodies. Like, I think I have a young face as well.
Yeah.
And people sexualise, like, youth. Like, I have a baby face. I think that's why I look femme even when, like, I'm wearing a hoodie and, like, baggy jeans and I've got my hair scraped back.
Yeah.
Because I look so, like, baby.
Although that guy at Co-op called you sir, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
That was just before Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. And I was wearing exactly that.
Yeah, you were. You were wearing a hoodie with the hood up because it was raining. It was really raining, wasn't
bad.
it?
Yeah.
And you had your hair like all scraped back.
Because I had to quickly nip back in because I'd forgotten something. I just kept my hood up and just grabbed it at the till and just went. And he said, "Do you want to come over to this one, sir?" And I was like, okay. And do you know what? I didn't even correct him. I was like, maybe this is what male privilege is like.
I know, yeah. He's opened a whole nother till.
Yeah, fucking hell.
No, it's interesting that there is I have noticed, and I can't be the only, I know you've noticed it as well because we talk about it all the time, but like listeners, I've noticed a real move towards conservatism around women's bodies that's dressed up as feminism.
Yeah, 100%.
Sort of like, if you want to be taken seriously, you shouldn't wear a low-cut top. I'm like, what the fuck? You're supposed to be a feminist.
Right.
What does it fucking matter what she's wearing?
Right, but also, when you're on with big boobs, most tops are low-cut tops. You can't fucking help it. But also, I hate, when you wear, like, a blouse that, like, is fully buttoned up. I feel so restricted. I feel like the Hulk. And I'm imagining it now, and I'm feeling all like, ugh. And I just want to pop it all open and just be free.
Yeah. I think what I struggle with as a woman with big boobs, which I don't like. If I could talk myself into a full reduction, which is what I want, I've spoken to you about it ever since I met you. Mm-hmm. Like, we talk about me having a breast reduction all the time, but there are consequences to that operation, and there are very large health risks to that operation.
Yeah.
And we do talk about, is it worth the risk? And every now and then, when I'm really down about it, I'll be like, no, fuck it. I want it done. I'm having a breast reduction. I need them off. This is like fucking ruining my life. And then when I'm calmer about it, there is this logical part of my brain that's like, but do you want to undergo a 6-hour operation and then a huge recovery time and a load of possible complications?
Reduced sensitivity, loads of stuff in there.
Yeah, so like loads of things that would impact me. And it's like pros, cons all the time. And I swing between those. But even for me, I like to wear just T-shirts. I wear a lot of T-shirts. You'll see like on my Instagram and videos. It's usually just a plain black T-shirt or plain white T-shirt because they're my favourites. They're easy to fucking shove on. Dead comfy, just stretchy T-shirts. But even them, they're so fucking tight on my boobs.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
And
just wear baggy tops?
And then like I get comments about it.
Yeah, but if you wear baggy tops, you're seen as unprofessional.
Well, when I wear baggy tops, it, like you say, it like tents me out. It makes me look.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I say about me. Like, it makes you look like.
Makes me look like I'm wearing a massive sack, because obviously my boobs come off my chest, and then if I'm gonna then wear a big baggy top, I fucking like. I look like I'm wearing a big potato sack. Like it's like, and it's heavy and it's big. So, you know, like that's hard. I think that there are certain body shapes where
also,
you will
why
always
should we be expected
seen
to cover up though? Like,
yeah.
I think even in a non-sexual way, I think boobs are lovely. I think they're a lovely shape. I think the female form is just beautiful in like every single way. Like, no matter what you look like, why are we being like, oh,
put it away?
Like, yeah, like it doesn't have to be sexualized in the same way that eyes are beautiful, boobs are beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I'm attracted to your eyes, I'm attracted to your boobs.
I kind of feel like we're giving into patriarchy and we're feeding into misogyny by saying to each other as women, oh, you should put that away, like you look like a slag, or you like... So, yeah, here's an example of this, right? Every single time I upload a photo or think of uploading a photo, I now have this dilemma where I'm like, I'm seen as this professional, I'm seen as this public figure in feminism. Can I put this photo up? Like, the answer to most of that is no.
Mm.
Because it'll be, I don't know, say for example when me and you went to Cuba, and like we've got some really lovely pictures of us. Yes, we're in swimwear. It's fucking Cuba. It was 32 degrees. But then I'm like, if I put this on my social media, what are people going to say? Oh, you're not a real feminist.
You're not allowed a fucking holiday. What? Fucking wearing a bikini on holiday?
You fucking traitor.
I know, right?
Like, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to be like judged because I'm wearing a swimming costume or whatever. Because like actually in all my pictures I'm wearing a swimming costume, like because that's what I preferred to wear. And you know, or maybe like it's a picture that I really like of myself, but my top's tight. And I'm thinking, oh God, should I put this up or not? Because I'm just going to get fucking ragged for it.
But like, so
like, why should I fucking think like that?
Right, but why is it that when a man wears a really tight fitted shirt, is it not sexual? But when a woman wears a tight top, it is.
Well, you know why?
Well,
because
no,
of
I
the
know,
objectification of
but
women.
like when if there's a feminist argument around like, you know, not having your body so easily seen when you're wearing clothes, if that makes sense, why are they not applying that exact same logic to men?
Yeah, I see what you mean. The other people...
Men are seen as like really smart and when they wear like tight trousers and a tight shirt and a tight blazer. I also
think that it's not applied to butch lesbians.
Yeah,
there's something in feminism that really interests me around women's bodies and women's nudity, where mask lesbians
all cream over Angelina Jolie, though, don't they?
They don't all.
Okay, I do. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
So, like, I'll just cry now.
No, I've had a couple of butch lesbians agree with me on that.
I'm joking. But
it turns out they're not actually lesbians. It was just my drama teacher.
Again.
Who's a bloke. What the fuck?
Honestly.
It's not too far from reality.
No, I know. Tell me about it. But, like...
Right, sorry, I just made myself laugh. Oh.
I think I was really interested in a lot of the criticism aimed at me and you about our bodies, our body shape. There was comments written about us by feminists about our boobs, about our body shapes, about my fat and cellulite and all the rest of it.
Yeah, when I drew
Very feminist. But what interested me was that for some reason there were images of like butch lesbians and lesbian couples on social media where they're in crop tops, bras and shorts, bras and like short knickers. And there was never a suggestion that they were sexualized images.
No. Because
they're gender non-conforming. Despite the fact that, you know, none of our pictures would, like, I can't explain it. It's almost like if you're a feminine woman, you must be doing it for men.
Yeah.
But if you're a butch woman, then it doesn't count. And so there's an issue there around misogyny.
Loads of butch women fancy femme women.
I know, it's complicated.
Loads of femme women fancy femme women. Like, it's such a complex issue, isn't it? Like,
I don't know. It kind of makes me wonder whether there's this almost what's the word? desexualization of butch women.
Oh yeah, sure, but that's still misogyny, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But I think it's interesting that even within radical feminism, or gender critical, use that term loosely, women, that it's not quite made its way in there, like to that point where if you say that like a woman isn't fuckable because she has short hair, carries herself in a certain way, wears certain clothes, that's like misogyny, because what you're doing is you're applying the standard of women should be toned, skinny, have makeup, have long hair, wear like feminine revealing clothes or whatever. So it's still misogyny, but in a different way. And like, I don't know about you, but I've spoken to a couple of butch women where they've said that they literally try and make themselves as invisible as possible to men.
Yeah, no, I've had that conversation as well. But what's interesting about that is that me and you, who are seen as these bloody ultra femme or whatever the fuck we're seen as, like have absolutely no interest in men at all. And men who have approached us that have been fucking weird have been slammed down. Like, because it's fucking... We're not about like that at all. And I don't think we... no, actually, I'm going to be really honest. I think I made myself more invisible to men before I came out than like in terms of femininity.
Yeah.
I am more comfortable in what I look like now as a lesbian than I ever have been the rest of my life.
Yeah.
The rest of my life, I spent active time making sure that men did not fucking hit on me, that men did not talk to me, that men had no interest in me. And at the time, I hadn't realised that's because I was gay, because fucking comp het and all the rest of fucking society bullshit. But I am definitely more confident about how I look now that me and you are together and that like we're able to like have these conversations and explore all these feelings about like our own expression and what we look like and stuff like that. But I know, I remember standing in the mirror, I remember being out, I remember thinking, oh my God, don't look at me, oh my God, don't hit on me, don't fucking speak to me.
Yeah.
And now I don't even like notice. I do when, like, for example, if they actually come over and say something to us, like that time in the bar where that bloke came over to us and was like, oh, would you fuck my missus? And I was like, fuck off.
Oh, that one. Fucking hell.
Yeah. And, like, he got a fucking mouthful.
I was so fucking mad.
Fucking dickhead. But, like, other than that, in a way, you kind of, like, completely...
That woman's drink on that advert looked nice.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Why are they fucking selling holidays?
You fucking know why.
Because they're going to keep your money. Fucking hell. For anyone listening, don't fucking book a holiday. Don't be fucking stupid. All these fucking holiday adverts on the TV, they're going to mug you off. They're going to keep your money and they're going to give you a voucher.
Yeah.
For another holiday.
Yeah.
With them.
Yeah.
One day.
Maybe.
Kind of. And you might have to have a test. Or 10. Or a vaccine. Or 2. Who knows?
Fucking hell.
But as long as you give them your $3,000.
Fucking hell, $3,000.
Well, like big family holidays abroad, all inclusive, they cost people a lot of money.
I don't know, it's only me and my mum.
Yeah.
So, it's a lot there.
I think the other thing is that, like me and you were talking about earlier, I think women are criticised if they love their bodies or if they hate their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you were saying, innit, that like if someone came out and was like, I love my body.
Yeah.
I really love I love it. Like you gave the example. Who did you give the example of? Kendall Jenner.
Yeah, like any of the Jenners.
Yeah, like where if they
Just
were
an example.
Where if they were so
just
if
because
she
they're
was
seen as like having like the perfect sort of body or whatever, like
the stereotypical what society.
Yeah.
So like if she stood up and was like, do you know what? I love the way I look. I love my body. She would get fucking absolutely rinsed.
Yeah, and like men on the internet, you could tone up there a bit, or it'd be better if you had a bit of bigger boobs, or it'd be better if you had a smaller bum, or your legs are too skinny or your thighs are too fat. Like, it wouldn't matter what the fuck it was. Like, it would make no fucking sense, but they'd say it.
Yeah.
And it's the same for, like, when women say they don't like their body.
Yeah, then you get told, like, you should love your body, you should respect your body.
Or...
your body's amazing.
Or they get told they're doing it for attention.
Oh, I know.
Or you're just saying that you don't like it for attention, or you're just humble bragging.
Humble bragging. Oh, my God. But, yeah, that's right. So, like, you can't get it right, can you?
No.
And
we just need to start fucking giving women a break. Just let them be comfortable and, you know.
It's like I said to you as well, the self-love of women is literally seen as, like, bragging. It's like it's a negative thing. So if I said, and I've said this before and I've written posts about it before, that I love who I am as a person, as a woman, that's seen as, like, being self-obsessed. But then if you don't love who you are, people are like, why have you got low self-esteem? You should love who you are. And it's like, what the fuck? And then I said to Jamie earlier, but then loving yourself is actually seen as an insult to women. So people...
she loves herself.
She loves herself, doesn't she? She loves herself a bit much. Like, what the fuck? You're constantly telling women to love themselves, and then when they love themselves, you're like, oh my God, she loves herself.
You just can't win. And, like, even if, like, these aren't necessarily the same people saying the same things, but you can't win. And, like... something I was just gonna say actually is, we can sort of say as much as we want as radical feminists that this wouldn't happen in, like, a radical feminist society, that, you know, we wouldn't be sexualised, we'd just be comfy or whatever. We don't live in that society. We all have fucking jobs. We all have to go to interviews. We all have to have, like, you know, like, some sort of status. And unfortunately, like, women who, like, I always remember thinking that when I went to work and I didn't want to wear any makeup, I always felt like I was lazy.
Yeah. Like you'd not made an effort.
Yeah, and I was like, dirty.
Yeah.
But I'd showered and washed my fucking hair.
Yeah.
But if I hadn't dried it and if I'd let it dry in a ponytail...
it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when I put makeup on, I used to think, who am I trying to impress?
Yeah.
It's so hard.
This
You
is
just
what
can't
I mean,
fucking
though.
win.
No, you can't.
But yeah. Do you want to round off with anything? Round up? Fuck knows.
I don't know. I think that the only thing I would say from my personal perspective is that I don't think this is getting any easier with age. And I know that we're not that old, like at all. I totally acknowledge that. But I've gone from dealing with all of this stuff at like 15, 16, then dealing all at like 20 or
God.
like 18, 19, and then in my 20s.
I just need to like hop in here. When I was no older than 14, because I was on lower site at school, these girls were saying that I always show off my boobs in the changing rooms, and what they meant by that is all the other girls used to wear vests under their like
the
shirts.
shirt.
I just wore a bra because, like, I wasn't 7. I don't need to wear a vest. I wasn't cold, and yeah, apparently that's why.
That reminds me, where were
It's
we?
fucking
Were
ridiculous.
we chilling out the other night and we were talking about that women are supposed to, like, you're constantly told, have good posture, have a straight back.
Yeah.
But you learn really early, don't fucking have a straight back.
Because otherwise you're showing off your boobs.
Everyone's like, why are you pushing your boobs out?
Yes.
Like, what the fuck, man? So then, like, women like me, girls like me, I hunched all the way through school because my boobs are so big. And every time I tried to straighten my back, I was like, oh, Jess is pushing her tits out again. Like, and you learn to roll your shoulders and hunch your back all the time to try and make your boobs look smaller.
Yeah, 100%.
And then you end up with fucking painful back and neck issues and shoulder issues for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
like,
my chest cracks now, doesn't it?
And you know what my shoulders and my back's like. It's awful. And my physio always tells me it's because I hunch. Because I do. And I'm not going to, like... I've been doing it since I was about 11.
Yeah, same.
So, you know, it's gonna take its toll on us. But yeah, I think the impact of all of this is absolutely massive on women and girls. and we don't give it anywhere near enough airtime. Like, we should be talking about all of this. Even that one that we just talked about hunching. You could talk about that for ages. Loads of women have got experiences of that.
100%.
But anyway, we better finish, and we will talk to you again soon.
Yep.
And please look after yourselves, and Happy New Year. Anyway.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
It's going to be shit, but yay.
No, it's going to be good.